stressful situation right now. I totally understand that feeling. I have been there literally just yesterday. I was sitting in an appointment and I was like, oh my gosh, I need something to calm down. Like, I am so stressed. I feel so overwhelmed. And so that's why I'm making this video, because I thought I would really like to watch something like this yesterday. And to be honest, that's part of the reason that I like making these videos in general, because I know how it can feel when you feel like you've got no one around you, or you couldn't possibly explain what's bothering you to anybody else. So while I don't know what you're going through exactly, I hope that you can ignore that truck. And I hope that you can feel that my intention is that I'm here for you. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm here to hopefully help you feel a bit more relaxed, maybe offer a bit of a distraction, and maybe answer some of your questions with the cards. So, I've got our very cozy setup going, as always. My windows are open, so you can hear some birds, you can hear some cars, but it's also rainy today. It's very, very rainy. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we hear some rain and maybe even some thunder throughout this video. So let's start, and we're going to do a couple different clarifying things to help. Now, when I feel overwhelmed, I need sometimes like the slow calming doesn't always help. So I'll try to mix up the paces in this video so that it's not, that it actually can help kind of take you out of whatever's stressing you out. We're gonna take our trusty Palo Santo, and if anyone's wondering, because I know people worry about the harvesting and such of this, this is the same match that I've used in all my videos. We're still on the first one. And also, if you can hear that little buzzing sound, that is the diffuser. I just love the like smoky effect it gives. And I popped some eucalyptus oils in there. And eucalyptus is like that beautiful calming spa scent. So I thought it would help give you some like relaxing vibes. Oh, I'm sorry, I was lighting this off camera because I was talking. So this is your intention candle. And what you're gonna do right now is you're gonna look at this, and you can look at the smoke and the mist, and you can say whatever's stressing you out, you're gonna throw it into this flame. You're gonna let it go. You're gonna say goodbye. Toss it right into this flame here. And then I'm gonna set that over there. It's gone. It's away from you. It's not your worry anymore. We're not thinking about that. We're not dealing with it. You might have to deal with it later, but not right now. Okay? Not right now. We're just not doing that. We are not dealing with it because we don't have to right this second. What we do need to do is just see what the cards have to say. We're gonna just do a what you need to hear reading, right? We're just kind of like doing some distraction reading. Like, what do I need to know? Just hang out. I also have, as you can probably some really like earthy crystals here to help with that idea of like grounding and calm. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's got jasper, but it's also got clear quartz in the same tower, and it's just really cool. I wish I could stand up my points on this background, but it's like, it's too fluffy. It's too fluffy. So, we've got our cards. And we're just gonna chat and see what we need to hear today. I'm loving this little setup. It's like such a cozy little space. And if you're someone who gets overwhelmed by like the spaces around you, I try to make these setups like very calm and earthy, and I just have a lot of fun like organizing the stones and the views and the flames and things like that, which you can probably tell. Okay, we're gonna start the shoveling, and I cannot really do the shuffling out here because the space is too small and I don't want anything to happen there. So what you can do any of these times that I'm shuffling back here is be watching the candles or the mist and kind of be like asking your questions or setting your intentions. Okay. This card has been coming up frequently, and I think it's because it's a message that's really hard for a lot of us to accept, right? This is the snake, and it's all about allowing ourselves to change. And every time I pull this, I remind myself, like, I am very much a person who doesn't like change. Like, if I don't have to, I don't want to. But like the snake, it has to shed its skin. That is going to happen whether the snake wants it to or not. And a lot of times that's the same with change, right? Like, things are going to happen whether you want them to or not. And so it's a matter of making your life easier or harder. Are you going to accept the change and try to grow with it, or are you going to fight it? And like, a lot of times when we resist the change, it doesn't mean that we can stop it. It means that we're probably not getting the most out of it, and instead we're actually making our lives harder. So it's hard, especially if you're in that stressful situation right now, and maybe it's because something's changing. It's really hard to step back and be like, oh, it's fine, it's gonna be better. But you have to try to remind yourself that change is good. Something good will come out of this situation. And even if I've been in this situation recently, like I've currently been in a situation where it feels like literally that was terrible, nothing good came of that. But you can't think like that. And instead I have to remind myself, like, actually I've gained a ton of new knowledge. It's completely changed my perspective on a lot of things and my purpose and direction on what's worth my time. So even in those situations where you're like, that was garbage, I didn't learn anything, you did. I promise you learned something. You just gotta scratch that brain and figure out what it was. Oh, okay, this card came flying out at me as I went to try to pick up the deck, so I feel like that's as good a sign as any that someone might be needing this question answered. Oh, this this is like such a fun card, right? If you knew you couldn't fail, what choices would you make? Like, if you knew everything was gonna go perfect, like, what would you do? And I think there's so many different ways to answer that question. But it also kind of reminds us of, like, and so what if you fail? Like, it's a really good exercise to ask yourself that question and then say, okay, and if I did fail at that thing, what would happen? Right? Like, I started this channel like a month ago, okay? And I just didn't really know how it would go. But it's kind of the same thing where one day I was just like, I want to make these videos and I'm going to do it. And at the end of the day, if no one watches, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not even really a failure because I sat down and did something that I enjoyed doing. Now, not all endeavors will be like that, right? Like, there are definitely consequences to actions. But that's why it's worth asking the question. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I could never do that. But then it's like, why? Like, why do I feel that way? Because, like, maybe it's not as serious as I'm making it out to be, you know? And I think that makes a lot of sense with the change card. And both of these cards, right? Like, that stressful situation. Sometimes we sit and we turn our wheels and we're like, oh, we think about all of the things that could go wrong and this, that. At the end of the day, a lot of times those stressful situations are on a road to making us better, no matter what it is. And so you have to remind yourself that yes, right now, I am struggling, or this is stressful, but I'm doing it because I need to make a change, or because this needs to happen, or that needs to happen. Like, a lot of times good comes out of these situations, and that's being echoed here by the cards so far. If you hear a little clinking in the background, the breeze is quite strong today as the rain moves in, so I have a poster on the wall that's kind of flapping in the wind, but it's not too loud, so almost. I thought we almost had a card, but not quite. Almost. You know what? I completely forgot. I wanted to give you some relaxation spray. This is as good of time as any. This is a Strip My Mind Stress Relief Spray. It has things like peppermint, lavender, orange, like that really good, like, sleepy, calming spa spray. And there's a little amethyst in here. So I'm going to spray it a couple times, and that should help give us a little intermission. Oh. Whenever they create smell-o-vision, this is like the most calming scent in the world. It's so good. Okay. Sometimes you just like need a little intermission too, right? Like if you were getting bored with the cards, well, there you go. do you guys see like how consistent these cards are? This is really kind of fun. I get really excited when I come up with like a concept, right? Like today I really wanted to make a video to help you guys if you're in a situation where you're just like feeling so overwhelmed and stressed. And all of the cards that have come out are telling the same story. And like it really aligns to that, right? Like this idea of no risk, no magic. It's the same kind of card as the other two, right? Like if you change, you're gonna grow. What would you do if you couldn't fail? If you don't take the chance, you will never know how good it can be for you. We're seeing like really strong themes here, all about like diving in, not being afraid to try something. And I always want to preface this too, right? Because I see this theme a lot. This is not about being reckless, and this is not about being like overly risky, right? This is about like taking a chance on the things that you've been dreaming of, you've been researching, you've been planning, those things your gut are telling you to do. I was like clapping my hands, but that's kind of loud. So it's about being strategic in my mind. Like we're not being reckless and just like doing something, but we are not letting ourselves hold ourselves back. We are becoming willing to take those chances and try new things, and I think that's important to clarify. And look at this guy. He's like the perfect little cap off to this story. He's the fox. And he's so cute. He's so cute. Find strength within yourself. This is like such a beautiful card to end this story on today, right? We are all feeling incredibly overwhelmed right now. We're stressed. We're in a situation we don't want to be in. And that's okay. It's a great reminder, even if you feel like there is literally nothing I can do. I am so overwhelmed. I am so tired. I am so sick of whatever situation this is. You can do more. And not like you have to do more, but you have the strength within yourself to get through it. You have the strength within yourself to take whatever step you need to get yourself feeling better and in a safer spot for yourself. And I know that because, like I said, I've just been through this myself. I've just been in that situation of like, I don't know how I could possibly get through this. And every day it gets a little bit better, and you take one more step, and you do one more thing that you didn't think you could do yesterday, and then slowly things get better and you're stronger, and then you have more strength to do the rest of the things that you need to do. I think that it's hard sometimes to find it, but this is the perfect reminder that you have it. You have that strength within you, and everything